So we are finally 3 weeks into the spring of anime 2017, and as always, this episode will determine if you either A, continue watching the series, or B, if you're just gonna drop it. And after watching these first 3 episodes, I've had a lot of fun, and this episode definitely continued that. This is definitely a fun series, and as I even said last week, it's so dumb, it just works. And normally, I absolutely hate these type of series. Like, I hate the way these tropes are used, these cliches. I usually just absolutely hate these series. I usually just drop them right then and there. But for some reason, this series, even though I know it is not well written, it isn't the best thing I've ever seen, somehow it continues to get my attention. Somehow I am looking forward to a new episode every single week and enjoying what I'm seeing. And as I said, I know it's dumb. I know it's a stupid series. I know it's not the best writing or anything like that. But somehow, the way it expresses itself and the way it's exaggerated in so many scenes, it just makes me happy. I can just enjoy it. It's those series to where you can just have some dumb fun, and that's what it is. So, this episode had a very interesting moment that, honestly, I'm surprised it worked out as well as it did. And that would come to the evil demon penguin thing, okay? So, right off the bat, I just want to say, that evil demon penguin, creepy. Like, just coming up to the little sister's like, I'm going to mate with you. I'm like, what? And then it just continues, and it's never dived into. Like, the penguin just locked up or whatever, taken off screen, and then we just carry on for the second half of the episode, and it's never addressed again. It's never dived into, and I'm like, what? What? Like, I was like, what? Like, you know about this penguin, this evil penguin, demon penguin thing. It attacks the main character's sister, going after her. And apparently the town knows about it. It's something that's there, but it's not explained. I'm like, somehow the way that was done, it makes how weird that scene was, that was already over the top, even better. I think what made that scene was definitely the lack of explanation. Normally I would get pissed off, but that lack of explanation and the way the scene was exaggerated, and there was, like, no context to the penguin at all, I think that's what made it so funny, because you don't know what the fuck that was, and the characters somehow know, but it's not explained. I don't know if it's because they're rushing things, like they just cut out the explanation, because I have heard that this series is being rushed. Yes, I have heard that this, anime is rushing the source material, but still, I'm having a lot of fun with it. And I don't know if it's because they rushed the explanation or not, but if they did, I gotta admit, that actually worked out better for this episode, just the lack of explanation, and made the penguin scene funnier. And that's just my personal opinion on that aspect. Now, one thing, too, is the fact that the sister, Aqua, once again, another cliche being thrown in. All these little tropes and stuff with these characters being thrown in. It's something that we've seen already in the series, and we are fully aware that that's what's going to be happening. I mean, we have a Yandere, Lolly, fucking Yuri, we have, stuff with crazy characters to, teacher and student. I mean, there's so many little tropes and cliches all around in this series that you eventually would expect something like this. A little sister, liking her older brother. That's something you would see coming, because that's in a lot of anime and manga. So I expected that eventually to pop up, especially when we found out that the main male character did have a sister. However, what came to my surprise was the fact that the little sister wasn't instantly added to the book, the kiss note, in this episode. Like, not instantly added. I'm like, you'd think it would be, because of everything that's happened in the first couple episodes, that the little sister would automatically be put in the, the kiss note to add for more funny gags and relationship things, but that didn't happen, and I'm like, whoa, they didn't do that. Like, the writer didn't want to do something like that, even though this series has been so over the top with its cliches. Like, he didn't want to go that far? I'm like, huh. Does that mean that there's going to be an arc focusing on the little sister in the future separately from everything just because of the way that was done? I'm kind of curious. But anyways, though, we have a new character that's supposedly getting introduced in next week's episode, and I gotta admit, I'm kind of excited. I mean, I like yandere's, I do, but the way the character design looks of this upcoming character and all that, like, she has pink hair. She's obviously a sadist, because you can tell the way she talks in the preview. Because of the way character design is and all that, and judging by what the series has already done, and how it knows what it is, and it's very aware. I mean, this episode makes it very clear, especially with the fan service, which I'll get into. I'm going to assume that character that's getting introduced, that's obviously a sadist, is basically Yunogasai. I'm assuming that is what that character is going to be. But way crazier, like, on a whole new level. Like, we think our yandere is insane. I feel like she is going to be on a whole other level compared to that. And I didn't think we would ever see something like this. A yandere and a sadist in one series. Usually, when you get a yandere, you never get, like, just a straight-up sadist. But, wow, I'm just surprised to have these two characters, these type of characters in one series, possibly coming after our main male character. I wonder where that's going to go. But anyways, getting into the self-aware nature of Love Tyrant, the fan service scene really blew me away. Because if it wasn't already apparent enough that this series was self-aware and it was just being over-exaggerated, then this episode would clearly let you know. It's very aware of what it's been doing. There is a fan service scene at the beginning of the episode with Guri. And she is completely nude, but obviously because of how anime normally is nowadays, you have steam and light effects, like the beams of light, like, that pop out and block everything. You don't get to see anything at all. It's a common thing you see in anime, and even in manga. And Guri actually talks about, like, oh, don't worry, even though you could see everything, the audience can't see anything, and she's just sitting there moving back and forth and stuff, and I'm like, oh my god. So, basically what's being confirmed here is the fact that even though the lights are there for us, they're not really there for her, and the main character can see it, but we can't. And the way she kind of breaks that fourth wall, just letting us know that, oh, don't worry, the steam is here, just look at this, you can't see anything and all that, I'm like, bro, like, yo, like, the way that's done, that just works. That made the scene for me. Just, well done. I'm glad. I'm just glad. I'm glad this series continues to meet my expectations and just be so much fun. So, yeah, the series. Gonna continue watching it. I definitely will continue watching it. It was a glorious episode, so let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I love you all so much. Please be safe. Chibi out.